All right, fellas. What a great showcase that we actually saw yesterday evening with the new MetaZoo. And honestly, it hit quite a bit of things for me personally in terms of what I was hoping to see. Obviously, textured cards, alternate art rarities, that was already, the alternate arts and all that was shown off. The textured cards were shown off, which, I mean, just, bro, like the Monkey King, full texture, man. That is awesome. Like, that is so cool. I'm really, really excited to see how this. Well, I guess I'm really excited to see, or I'm curious to see, what the pool rates are going to be for these beautiful, beautiful textured cards. And so, first and foremost, shout out to the team for a really, really nice looking website. Very, very professional. You can actually see some cards here. Here's another, the what do you call it? The full art textured Mothman, the alternate art Mothman. Now, the good thing is, and this is something that I'm very excited about, is they actually have multiple of the same cryptid as alternate art. So, for example, here you see another Sun Wukong on this side, right there, this little dude right here, in a whole different art style, different armor on him, and obviously, I think it's a different artist. And so, and at the same time, it's kind of a unique card as well. So like you can actually see the stats up here are completely different than the standard, Sun Wukong we've seen thus far, right? So I think that's very interesting to see how that works out because usually you'll see an alternate art card and you might see another alternate art in the same set, but they have the same exact stats, the same exact effects. These two are unique individual cards. So what does that mean? So for example, we see Mothman, the harrowing here, and we may see another Mothman alternate art. And I'm really hoping we see the original artwork from the original MetaZoo as a full art textured card in this base set, or even in future sets. But I think that would be like kind of a cherry on top, in my opinion, if fans of the original game were able to pull the original Mothman artwork, fully textured, full art, everything, man. And so I'm kind of hoping we see something like that. But very, very overall, very, very awesome showcase. I think it really put a lot of worries to bed. It really showed that these people have an actual plan and they know what they're doing so far. They're actually, they got like multiple, what do you call it, like employees, executives, whatever you want to call it, that came on the video and kind of said, "Hey, this is what I'm in charge of. This is what I'm doing." They showed off the lab demo to learn how to play. So if you guys are interested in that, you can actually find it all right here. The learn to play. It looks like there's 10 videos on here. Like, they're making it as easy as possible for people to be able to play the game. And there's just so much that came out in that showcase. Alpha demo decks, alpha promo packs, convention packs that are going to be there's going to be like 20 or something like that total different cards, and you're meant to go trade the cards with other convention goers. And if you get the complete set, you get like a stamp or something that you can then redeem for some, I'm assuming, some special card. There's a lot of stuff, man. So please check out the video. I mean, I'm assuming the MetaZoo fans have already watched the video, but lots and lots of good information. Again, the website looks very, very nice, very professional. I'm really loving that background here where with all their elements. Now, obviously, there's still some criticisms with the new MetaZoo. Mainly what I've seen, and here, let's kind of scroll down here. So this is the MetaZoo Trading Card Game Magazine with the alpha promo inside and the alpha demo decks. And so we haven't gotten information of how we're going to be able to get the Card Pro magazine yet, or even this portion here. I'm going to say maybe at conventions is where they're going to be giving these out for now. I would assume as local game stores, they should be able to order this from their distribution chain. I'm hoping that's the case because then these will be available no matter where you're at. So hopefully we get a little bit more information from here till March 28th. It only makes sense that this is going to release along with the Card Pro magazine. It should be releasing sometime in the next few weeks. It wouldn't make sense to release otherwise because then you don't really get to play the game prior to the base set dropping on the 28th. So this should be coming very, very soon. How we're going to be able to get it, who knows? I know there was rumors that they were going to talk about the original, um, you know, people who bought MetaZoo on MetaZoo Marketplace, that they have a list of all the customers, and that they were going to be sending these out for free to existing or to old MetaZoo customers, almost like an olive branch for you to also try the new game and see like, hey, we're completely new and different, right? So, excuse me. So a little bit more information still needed on this, but definitely a lot. Again, very, very awesome everything that they showed off. So obviously, one of the biggest things that they finally showed off was the alternate art poncho box. Now, you may have missed it, but this box is going to be hollow foil. So this is foil. It's a foil alternate art box with poncho signature on it. People are going pretty crazy about that in the Discord. But it is absolutely, absolutely sick. You can obviously tell that this was the original box, the alternate art box, because it has all the cryptids from the original red base set booster that they had shown off. You got Mothman there, you got Pyasa Bird, you got Bigfoot, and was that Spring-Heeled Jack? I can't remember. I can't tell who that was. No, that's Sun Wukong, right? Right? That is Sun Wukong. Yeah, that's Sun Wukong. You can tell by his little crown here. Yeah, so you can tell this was based off of the original art, box art, because obviously the new one only has our monkey boy Wukong here versus all of these dudes on there, except for Mothman. Mothman is actually on this box near the back. And so people are kind of torn between the alternate art box and how local game stores and online retailers are going to handle this. Now, I may provide pre-orders from here till then. I might do that. I might put them up on my website. The way that I would do it, and I would probably encourage other people to do it this way and show proof, is have them up for pre-order. Show your customers, even just a quick YouTube upload, right? Showing your customers, hey, these are all the alternate boxes that I actually received with my order, right? And because again, some LGSs might only be ordering a couple of cases, others might be ordering 10, 15, 20 cases, depending on what they saw for their demand. And you're not guaranteed like an alternate box per case, right? It's going to be sprinkled into some cases, so it's going to be a more rare variant. So the problem then there lies is, well, what will the game stores do when they realize that this alternate art box is selling for double or triple or quadruple, or who knows how much it's actually going to sell for in the secondary market compared to the regular box? And so what I would recommend people would do, and what I would probably do myself, is kind of show when your shipment arrives. If you only got 3 cases, show the 3 cases, show the proof of that, open up the cases, show them these are all the alternate boxes that I got, and then sort of do like a raffle, like a duck, what do you call it? The duck race. That's what it's called. And so it's kind of it's gonna have to be like a duck race or like some sort of like spin the wheel thing where, let's say, I don't know, you got 4 cases, right? That's what, 12 times 4, that's 48 potential boxes sold, right? Let's say out of those 48 you get 2 of the alternate art boxes. And at that point you would basically get all 48 customer names, or all your customers who bought the boxes, and then go from there. Now, because there's 48 boxes, obviously some people might buy 2, some others might buy 3. So you would put their name in there based on the amount of times that they bought a box, because that's the only way to make it fair, in my opinion. Because obviously it's a chase, so you should have increased odds if you buy more. So if there's 48 boxes, you're going to put 48 names. Some of them are going to be duplicate, and then spin the wheel, run the duck race, and whoever wins the first one gets the first alternate box. Whoever gets the second one gets the second alternate box. And that's really the only way that you can have peace of mind, in my opinion, knowing that, like, hey, this is I don't know, like a trusted retailer. Because the thing is, chase boxes are cool. People love chases. I love chases. I think they're awesome. I think it adds value to your collection. It's a cool piece with more artwork. This one's going to be foil and everything, so that's going to be really, really cool. And so, in order to have your customers have peace of mind and security and faith, they have to know that it's fair. If they see proof that you actually ran a duck race or you did a spin the wheel and you made it fair for them and they didn't get a box, at that point it doesn't feel as bad as knowing, hey, this company is, or this seller is keeping all the alternate art boxes and selling them for whatever market price is, and they're not giving us the ability to get one randomly. Now, there's different ways to go about it. And we can look at like Funko Pops for this matter, right? So it's a little bit different with Funko Pops though, because you're guaranteed one chase per 6. So you get one chase per case. Now, it used to be that chases were like 1 in 32 or 1 in 36 before with Funko Pop. And so they were more sought after back then and all that. Nowadays, you get one per case guaranteed. So a lot of companies have come out with options. One, they'll set aside cases specifically for. So one, they'll set aside cases where they'll do one chase, one regular Funko Pop, and then they'll charge whatever they deem to be appropriate based on market conditions and market pricing of previous. Two, they sell the chase by itself, and it obviously is going to be the chase price, and these are for people that don't want to do the gamba. Or three, they also have set aside, cases that they don't touch, where whoever orders just one through the regular way has a chance of getting a chase. Now, it just depends, man. There's going to be, if this is the norm going forward, I mean, I like different alternate box designs. I think that's awesome. You just got to go with trusted individuals and that they can show proof. Obviously, if you see it on their website as like a separate purchase option, the alternate box, then at that point, then like, okay, these guys are pulling them from the cases. There's a lower chance of me actually getting a case. Or I'm sorry, a lower chance of me actually getting an alternate box from this location. And then you can choose to do business there or not. So that's my recommendation. Just got to be upfront, honest about it. Show it off. Upload video. Do something that proves to people that you are trying to keep it as fair as possible for everybody to have a chance at it. And so, yeah. So that's probably how I would do it. I will probably try to do it. Again, I'm really in debate. I have some coming. I might put up a few for pre-order and go from there. But if that's the case, I'll put it on my website, and I'll have my website in the description down below. If I do it, cool. If not, I'll probably do it for base. I was gonna say base set 2 for the next expansion, which is water. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. That's my recommendation to store owners and sellers, to make sure that you show some kind of proof and have people be, I don't know, like just prove to them that you're not trying to screw them out of a more expensive box. So, but that's cool, right? Alternate art box. I went on a ramble. I apologize. Lots and lots of information again was shown off, and it's just very awesome. And so besides all of the information we just went through, right? They've obviously shown off more cards. You can actually see the entire, or not entire. They still have some cards they haven't shown off in there. It would be in the Caster Society portion here. And this is where some of the criticisms will come out, right? And let's kind of go over, because you can actually see one right off the bat. So, for example, Awful is considered a fire cryptid. Now, they have air, fire, earth, and I'm blanking, and lightning, right? Awful is a bird, right? And I looked at some of the history of this particular cryptid. I'm not seeing where they even do, where like Awful even had any sort of fire breathing capabilities. Like, it's not a dragon or anything like that, right? I couldn't find anything, and maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe there is something out there, and if so, please correct me. Um, but essentially, instead of doing Awful as air, they did Awful as fire. Now, here's the thing, and I think this may change, obviously, in the future. This is just my opinion. It may happen, it may not. But right now, Awful was categorized as like a dark cryptid, right, in Wilderness, if I'm not mistaken, right? They haven't introduced a dark element yet. They haven't introduced like the what was it? The ghost element. I can't remember what the name of it was. They haven't introduced water yet. Water comes out in the next expansion, which hopefully comes out before end of the year. Uh, so I'm assuming that a lot of these are going to be placeholder elements. And then here's the other curious thing is that and I'll have to find it. But for example, I think Dragon of Akanto Falls is Earth in one card and then Air in another. And so it's interesting how they're doing the elements, but like that's just something that I guess I didn't expect. Look at that little Cumberland dragon right there. Let me see. Yeah, let's just keep scrolling, y'all. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So here is the super rare Dragon of Akanto Falls. Full art, the whole 9 yards. This is the Earth. Okay. Then we have Dragon of Akanto Falls, and this one's Air. Now, if you notice, this one has a like a subname, the Mysterious. And so like I don't know if that's why they're able to do this, where they're kind of doing multiple elements of the same creature, and they're able to do that because technically this is a different version of this Dragon of Akanto. And so that's kind of where, and I'm hoping we see some more explanation on this, right? But they're the same thing. They're a cryptid, they're a dragon, they're a ward, but this one is Earth and this one is Air. And so that's been a little. I've seen some confusion around that. Another really good example was Quetzal. Hold on, where's Quetz at? Like, where's Quetz? Where's Quetz? Quetz. Lechusa looks dope. That one looks dope too. But see, this one stays the same. So this one's Lechusa the Silent, Air, and Lechusa down here, Air. And so that again, it's kind of confusing. Like they don't match up. Lightning. Mothman is Air. Here's that beautiful Mothman art, man. Shout out to Jet. Well, if I could find. Okay, so like Pyasa Bird. Look at this one, right? This one's Air. This is the original OG Pyasa Bird art. But then you got Pyasa Bird, the Territorial, and this one is Fire. Shouldn't this also be like? Why is this one Air and not Fire? And like, how are they determining? Because like we've seen that with what was it? Was it Mothman? Yeah, Mothman here, Air and Air. That doesn't change. Lechusa Air, Lechusa Air. But then you do. God, and I keep missing it, guys. I'm sorry. But then you do Pyasa Bird, Air, Pyasa Bird, Fire. And again, very weird, and I guess we'll find out more maybe. Here's another one. Quetzal. Why is Quetz Fire? Why is he Fire? And then Lightning over here, and then his alternate art is also Lightning. Like, why is this OG art Quetzal Fire? Like, I don't understand. Unless they just needed to hit, like, some sort of, I don't know, like, quota on the card, what do you call it? Types. That's my only. But then again, it's like, okay, well, if you need a fire cryptid, choose somebody else other than Quetz. And so that's what I'm not understanding. Rainbow Crow's another good example. Radioactive Hornets, like this one's Air in the new. What is this? The common is Radioactive Hornets at the ready, Air. The uncommon Radioactive Hornets is Lightning. And so, like, maybe it's just the stances. So technically, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because Pyasa Bird is both fire and air, and it gets individual cards associated with each form, because they're obviously different. Pyasa Bird fire is 2/3. Pyasa Bird air is 6/4. So maybe that's what it is. Same thing with Quetzal. Quetzal's fire 6/7, and lightning is 7/6. That has to be it, because Radioactive Hornets, flying and lightning. So instead of doing like a dual element card, they're splitting it up into two different cards with their own unique effects and stats from the looks of it. Rainbow Crow, same thing. Rainbow Crow, Rat King is lightning. Yeah, that was Snipe Earth and Snipe Air. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's again, that's been one of the criticisms that I've seen people say, that the elements aren't matching up. And after going through this list with you guys together, I think it's because technically Pyasa bird can fly, and technically it can breathe fire. So rather than a dual element, they just split both up into their own individual cards with their own individual effects under lightning or under air. Which I guess, I mean, I guess that's like battle stances, like one stance versus a different stance, maybe. And depending on which element you play, you get to choose that particular stance. I don't know. It's interesting to say the least. But I know people were complaining about that. There's Uktena. I think Uktena looks really cool. I will say I do prefer that white Uktena from like the OG native art. It looks so nice. Very, very, like, man, when that card came out, it was so nice. Yeah, so, anywho, there's more cards that haven't shown off yet. But that's just, again, one of the bigger criticisms that I've seen, besides the the people wanting better blurbs, like flavor text for the creatures and like the history of it. And I will say, let me pull that up real quick. They actually did add some changes thus far to the second set. So here is a picture of our boy Frogman. Notice how now it says Loveland, Ohio on the left-hand side here. And this wasn't a feature, at least that we've seen yet, in the base set, in the actual base set. Loveland Frogman, Wizard Extraordinaire, really nice artwork. Sonder Flex is the artist. But this is new. This right here is new. This is something they added, and I'm going to think maybe it's due to the community feedback, and I'm hoping we see maybe something else in terms of like the flavor text, because that is a missed opportunity. But at the same time, I think even like a callback to where the cryptid is from can help people, find them online and go through there, right? So that's cool. That's a really good positive change that I've seen. So I'm excited for that for to see in expansion 2. But yeah, man, very interesting how they're doing this. Very, very interesting how they're doing this. I'm surprised this alpha wasn't like an air instead of a fire. But yeah, so a lot of positive stuff. Some small criticisms due to the way they've matched up the elements to certain cryptids. But honestly, I'm just assuming that it's based on the fact that technically they could be dual element, but they haven't introduced dual element just yet. I'm assuming that's going to be down the road in their future plans. I think right now they're just starting off with the core game mechanics of 4 elements. They're adding a 5th element the next set, and I would presume they will continue to add elements as the sets continue to come out. Like, yeah, I mean that's basically it. But man, guys, I'll tell you what, I'm very, very excited for it. I am stoked. Like, I am very excited about how professional and how well made it was compared to what we had in the past, right? Like, we never had a website that looked this good. Like, and there's so much things. Like, there's the cards here. They got the game down here, the product. There's the booster packs, the alpha demo packs. You got lore in the actual website, which is done by authors and like award-winning authors from what I heard in the video. There's a series. Yeah, dude. Like, there's a lot. Like they're really, really working hard on this, man. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. Look how much lore is in here, man. So, anyways, let me stop making this video because it's getting really long, and I apologize. But, you know, very excited. Can't wait to open up some boxes. I have a couple of cases coming already. I might get some more if I'm able to. Right now, we don't believe it's print to demand, and I think they said that they would be willing to do reprints if it was needed. So the fact that they're not too expensive because it's 24 packs and you can find people selling them for $90, $100 a box. But I'll probably try to do pre-orders on this for if people are interested in it. I'll probably, if I do get alternate art boxes, I'll probably just I don't know. I'll probably just do like a duck race or something with people who actually pre-ordered from me. Um, yeah, I mean that's basically this comes out in a few weeks, guys. So man, that's I'm really excited. Like, let's just one more time. Let's look at this. Let's look at this texture one more time, man. Like, golly, like this is where the video ends. Like, look at that. Look at that. Like the texture looks so sick. All right, see y'all later.